Start it up.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the flatbed build. So we're going to be building a flatbed for a 22 F350. I plan on using it as a mow truck to where I can load my lawnmowers on it and all my equipment, trying to do away with the trailer system. Here's the materials that I bought for it. So the first 12 minutes of the video is pretty much me just talking about the material I bought and unloading it into the shop. I just wanted to kind of document it to show how much it cost, what am I using, and just the steps you have to take just to get started on one of these projects. So if all of that kind of bores you and you just want to get straight to the build, you can fast forward to 12 minutes and we'll get started. Alright, we're back from the metal steel place. Believe it or not, that's $1,400 worth of metal in the back of that trailer. Doesn't go very far nowadays. Thanks, Brandon. So, I'm going to unload all this. This is enough metal to complete 90% of one bed and probably 50% of another bed. It's not everything I need yet, but that's what I can afford right now. So, I'm going to unload that, and that way the metal is at least here from when I'm ready to start building my flatbed. So this is some 2x4 rectangular tubing. I'm going to be using this for the headache rack for the 2022 truck. And it's a 11 gauge thickness. And I got a 20-foot stick cut in half. And all of this that's in the back of the truck, it weighed 900 pounds. According to the scale, as all went out. Feels heavier than that though. So this is some 2-inch square tubing, 3/16 thick, heavy duty. This is going to go along my 2 frame rails for the truck. This is some 2-inch flat bar. It's 2 pieces. It's a 1/4-inch thick. Sorry. This is some 2-inch angle iron, which I'm going to use for my cross members for the decking wood to screw down to. It's, did I say the thickness? It was 3/16? Yeah. Probably didn't get enough of those. got some 1/8" thick, 2" squared tubing. I'm going to be using this for part of the headache rack on one of them and all of the headache rack on the other one. This one's heavy. It's supposed to be a nut 3/16. Didn't realize that.
Did I order the wrong one twice?
No, it's just the way it worked out. So I definitely have enough to do the main frames on both of them. I just need the angle iron and the plate. Oh yeah, it goes over there. This is some heavy stuff here. This is 4" C-channel, 3/16 thickness. Each one is cut down to 10 foot each. This is going to be used for the actual main frame of the bed, I should say. The thing that kind of holds everything together. Might start in, let's see. One more excuse not to use the jump. I can't. Got too much stuff in here. Hey, at least I'm pumping iron in the gym. I'll be pumping iron. Whew, I'm tired already. Now what I need to do is leave the lights out and walk through here so I can break my neck. I got extra safety cones. Put them on top. Ooh, I gotta wash my jeans. That's my burglar system. It looks more impressive when it's laid out on concrete out here. Looks like I actually bought something. Whew. Last one. It wouldn't be a construction site without some cones. You're going to have some construction going on. And that's how I'm going to bump into it as I come in. Alright, finally got a chance to get started on the flatbed. I got some 4-inch C-channel, 3/16 thick. I got 3 pieces cut so far. About to cut the 4th piece right here. And so the dimensions on this bed is 76 3/4 or 6'4" 3/4 by 117 or 9'9" for those pieces there. I think I might try this little cutoff wheel to get it started, see how it performs. That'll probably get the job done, but I think I'll rather my other machine. Same thing with this. It gets the job done. It's good for real small stuff and getting it started. Pretty good cut. I'm just going to clean it up with the grinder. There you go. Nice clean edge. I'm going to set it over here. Probably hard to see on camera, but the new piece in the middle right here is sitting about a 1/4 inch lower than the rest. That's because the concrete is not perfectly level. And I'm using this piece of OSB as a square. It has 2 factory cuts on it on the outside, and that's the side I'm going to use just to kind of help square everything up. I'm also going to do a measurement corner to corner and make sure everything's square before I weld it. Alright, got all 4 pieces cut for the frame. I'll show you the measurements. The tape measure is not pulled tight, but you can see that's 10 foot. And then over here, still not pulled tight, but that's around 80 inches. And I still have my corners to cut to go in there. That way I have kind of a round appearance, and I can put my little marker light on all 4 corners. I'll have ambers on the front and red in the back. Before I weld this together,
I've got a piece of angle iron I need to put in the rear and also in the front, which is going to hold the 2x6s that go inside of it. But I don't want to weld that piece in. I want to bolt it in. That way I can paint the two pieces of iron separately, and I don't have to, dress up any welding or do a lot of welding up in there and rust getting behind the metal and all of that. That way I can put a 1/4 inch spacer to where they're not, sandwiched against each other. It's going to be plenty strong enough. I just need something to keep the wood from, falling too low on the front or the back. But that took long enough. It's amazing when you don't have the right tools how long it takes, but we're getting it. I'm gonna cut this side, and we've got 3 more to go. Alright guys, so I got 2 of the corners made. I just have them kind of in place. I'm gonna weld the gaps out, grind them down, give it kind of a rounded appearance. And there's this one. I just wrote some 117 inches on the outsides. So for the video, if y'all are building it, and y'all need to, if y'all want to do it the exact same size, or use it as a reference. Also, I'm cutting my pieces over here and I'm marking them like this one right here for the other truck. I'll be doing one for the 71 F350 as well, same size beaded. So these are the cutting tools that I've been using to cut this metal with. I don't have anything fancy like a bandsaw or a plasma cutter or a miter saw or anything like that, but I've got this little 4-inch grinder with a cut-off wheel. Yeah, it's good for mild steel, small stuff, or maybe just getting your line going. I'm also using a 4-inch. I'll put a link in the description where I got this from. It was very expensive. I think I paid like $120 just for that. Not for the tool, but for the grinding wheel. It's supposed to be a lifetime warranty. You can use it as a, cut-off or a grinder. It works pretty good. And then I'm also using this for the thick stuff. It's a 6-inch wheel. I think it's called a Matabu grinder or whatever. It's a big 7-inch grinder, 6-inch. Seems to be doing the job. It's just a real slow process. So me and Christina's been kind of brainstorming to see how we want to do the rub rail and the stake pockets for the side. I was originally going to do 3 stake pockets because I think that would be plenty. Christina thought 4 would be better. So I started looking at it, and I started thinking about it. The wheel, I'm going to probably need to cut the C-channel here for clearance. Well, I may have to. I don't think I have to, but I may have to. And if I do that, that stake pocket's going to be in the way. So I decided to do 4. And the way I did that is I'm going to be using the same C-channel. I'm probably going to have it the same height as this, as you can see. That's not the piece I'm using, obviously, because it's too short and it's mangled. But to give an idea, the way I did it is from this line to the center of it, 12 inches. And then I went from the center, I did 117 divided by 2, and I made my mark. I think it's 58.5 if I'm not mistaken. and then I came from here and I centered another one at 18 inches. And what that did is it gave me 32 inches between this and this, which is the size of the tire, the size of the tire's diameter. So you got 24 inches between these two and 32 between the middle one. And I think that'll look pretty good. So right here, I'm gonna, weld it in place right here on the top and on the bottom, on each stake pocket. And then when I get to the end, I'm gonna put a C-clamp on here and squeeze it down. And once this part meets right here, I'll go ahead and weld it in, and that way it'll just go at an angle. All right.
I don't know if you can hear me through all of this get up. And I know what you're thinking, that's a bit overkill. I'm wearing an apron. It's got the pockets on the front. I'll show you. So the reason I'm wearing that is because the shirts are getting like ate up with metal shavings. And I guess I'm gonna just try to extend the life of it as long as I can. And plus I don't want that, going into my body. So a little extra protection there. The mask, I've noticed after working a couple hours on this the other day with all the cutting and grinding, that I was having trouble breathing, coughing a lot the next day, and I blew my nose that night and had black stuff all up in it. And I'm like, I better be wearing, I know it's hard to breathe in and it kind of fogs your glasses up a little bit, but instead of wearing safety goggles, which fog up a lot easier with this, I'm just wearing, my spectacles and, a protective lens. Of course, hearing protection, and I'll have gloves on. But just trying to take extra precautions. That's all.
Got this corner done. Only one left to do. Took me like, I want to say 15 minutes just to cut that and grind it and make it fit just right. So, I gotta say this is the ugliest one with a big old gap. But it was fighting me. But I can feel the gap. With some weld, grind it down, you'll never know. Maybe stick a little piece of metal in there. You'll never know. Okay, off to the next thing. I got my 2-inch angle iron, 1/8 inch thick. I've got it cut to the full length to the inside wall of the C-channel. And I've notched it out on both sides, like so, to where it's flush. And what I have is a 2x4 and a piece of rubber to space it out. The piece of rubber is just a little extra for whenever we do the rhino liner in it. It's going to add thickness to it, so I need to compensate for that. So the reason I have the 2x4s in there is because I'm going to have a wood deck on the flatbed, and this is the angle iron that I'm going to screw down to. There's also going to have a piece of angle iron inside the C-channel here, one right here, and one over there. And the boards are going to kind of be tucked into the C-channel all the way around. That way you don't see the edges and everything's protected. So that's what the 2x4 is under there. So basically the deck is upside down. And once I have all my pieces cut, I'll pull the boards out, have all my holes pre-drilled where I need them to be, then I can go ahead and weld it.